What's up, guys? This is Frost bringing you another deck profile for Katakuri. If you know in my last video, if you've seen it, there was some ratios and cards that I was testing, and it did work. But I changed some ratios around, and when you see this, I feel like you understand. So the reason why I'm even making this video is because in my locals there were 5 rounds. I went 4-1, so basically I won 4 games and I lost 1. I played 3 Lucci's and 2 Anels. My only loss was 2 Anel, and it was a very close game. Those rush aces, whatever. The aces are they're pretty deadly. So, but nonetheless, it was a close game. Katakuri, it's still good, guys. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and get into the deck profile. So as you guys saw, that's Soul Pocus. Now I'm running 3 in my other deck profile. I was running 4. This card is still amazing. People are sleeping on Soul Pocus. I don't care what anybody says. They every time I Soul Pocus, like the opponent either got like flustered or upset or like, wow, you're really playing that card. I'm like, yeah, man, like, you know, you gonna trash or what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta give me a life of what's going on. I did this twice, so guys, this is really good. I feel like even Eggman can play this. You know, I don't know. This is a good card. I wouldn't sleep on it. For the one ofs, we got the One You Should Disappear, Thunderbolt, Sovereignty, and Million Volts. So the One You Should Disappear, a lot of people play 4. I feel like that's more of like a nail tech, because with this deck you really don't want to be at 1 life. That's very dangerous for this deck. So it's situational. If it is in life, let's say if I see it in the Katakuri or if it's in my hand, I do play Hiyori, so you know I could put it in life and then maybe rearrange it or whatever. But for the most part, 1 is good. Thunderbolt, I only run 1 because there's a lot of like black yellow and anything that plays Sabo or Borsellino. It kind of becomes dead, so I don't want to overwhelm myself with like dead cards in hand. So I think 1 is perfect. Sovereignty, I honestly like this card a lot. The trigger effect, you discard 2, put the top card of your deck to life. It can stall games. It's really good. I think 1 is perfect though. And this is everybody knows what this card does. It's okay. I feel like especially now, there's not really a lot of 4 or less like cards that are like gonna give you a hard time. Usually you're just gonna run over them anyway or something. This never even came up though, so this could be cuttable, but this never came up. So, but it's cool. It's a good card. We're gonna go with the 2 Flampes. The 2 Flamps, I was running 1 and now I bumped it up to 2. So not only can a nail run this, the on-play effect, but so can this deck. Example, with leader ability, attached on, swing 7, effect, look at top of life, and the top of life is a 7 mom or a 10 mom or whatever. You lead that on top, play Flamp, take that 10 mom, and draw a card. So now you just +2. It's amazing. Flamp is actually kind of broken. I feel like that $4, $5 price tag is kind of justified. And she's a 2K, so I think this is solid. I might run more, we'll see, but it's solid. Now, Hiyori, I was playing 3 in my other deck build, my other video, but I cut it to 2 for the other Flampe. Hiyori will always be in this deck, or in a Katakuri deck, in my opinion. It's just too good. You can manipulate life still, but I notice a lot of times where like that 3rd Hiyori will kind of be dead, and I only have like 1 or 2 lives, and it's kind of not worth it at that point. But nonetheless, she's a 2K, and she's really good. So I feel like 2 is a perfect ratio. Great. Now with the 4 Capone, I mean this is a staple. Everybody know what this does. 2000 trigger. You can't attack. You got to play 4. I think every yellow deck has to play 4. I don't know a yellow deck that don't play Capone. You got to play Capone. Now we got 4 Satori. Satori is cool. The only problem with this deck specifically, especially now with a lot of like rush down, beat down strategies, that discarding a card to play him actually really hurts. You want as many cards at your hand as possible, but nonetheless, it's still good. I do think you have to play 4. It's too much of a staple. Now we're gonna go with the 4. Sanji, you need blockers. This deck lacks blockers for sure. If I would have got a blocker in my last game with that Enel player, I would have won. I would have won. I think I had like 2 10 moms and a 7 mom, just ready to go for next turn. But he rushed me down a little bit. I didn't see any triggers, so he got that one. But nonetheless, this Sanji's, I think you need these regardless. I know that discarding a card still hurts, but when you need a blocker, you would play it. Now we're gonna go with the 4 Onami. I did cut it to 3 in the other build, guys. This banish effect now, I will go back on my word. This banish effect on anything, whether it's Lucci or Enel or whatever, this banish effect is actually really, really, really good, guys. I have 6 Dawn. I go Onami, attach 4 to Katakuri, my leader, and I swing, right? For banish, for I think like 10, right? For 4, yeah, so 10. And then for the Lucci player, I banish like 2 Gecko Morias, 8-cost Gecko Morias. Like, I was like, oh hell yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Onami's solid. I think 4 is a mandatory thing in pretty much every yellow build, but this put in work, guys. Onami put in work. Now this card is interesting. The 4 Gadatsu. I was fighting with this card a lot, and with my theories that I was kind of having, a lot of times your opponent's gonna be at like 3 or less life. That did happen a lot, but for some reason the Gadatsu, like me countering or whatever, he just brings good luck. So I think 4 is a good ratio. If you really want to, you could cut it to 3, but my strategy is to wait as long as possible before attacking into life, so that way I can at least KO basically anything that they bring out. But yeah, it's good. Gadatsu is needed for sure. For sure, it put in work. 4 Kikunojos. Kikunojo is a must. This card is just really, really good. 5, with this deck at least, 5 life leaders is a bit of a challenge because it takes longer to get them to 3. But once you get them to 3, you home free with these. So whether you have it in hand or trigger, like, it's great. Unless if you're going against red purple law, and I'm like over red purple law. I am so done with red purple law. I'm so done, guys. He'll just bottom deck this. He doesn't care. I'm over red purple. Anyway, 10 drop mom. I am playing 4. This card. Guys, this is the $2 card right now. Like, I feel like I'm gonna just pick some up just in case. I don't see no reprints coming or nothing. This card is it keeps you in the game as long as you have the board presence and the life to sustain like the attacks coming in. This card is amazing. You have to play 4 though. That's not a debate right there. We got the 7 mom. I am playing 3 still. I don't think that playing 4 is kind of optimal. I only say this because, again, this deck wins off of triggers. So literally, I would always have like 2 of these and a 10 mom or a Gadatsu or something every time in life. So every time I get it, there's like nothing happening. And by the time that I do play this, it's like useless. So I want to minimize my chances of not triggering, because I want to trigger all the time. Every card needs to be a trigger as much as possible. Nonetheless, it's good pressure. You got to play at least 3. I think 3 is going to be a perfect ratio, 3 to 4. A lot of people like it at 4. I think 3 is great. 2 Brule. This did put in work. I was kind of skeptical on it being KO'd or bottom deck, but a lot of times they just attacked and I would block, or they would minus it or something. So Brule actually put in work. If I did run more Brules, I feel like I would have won that last game, or at least some more blockers. But nonetheless, Brule is good. I think 2 is good. I think if you're playing 4, then it kind of becomes useless because you don't want to keep, doing 3-cost blockers and they just get KO'd by Lucci or whatever. So I think 2 is good. Still with the 3-pair Sparrow, same concept. Triggering it is great, but remember it discards a card, and you don't want to keep discarding things. That hurts you in the long run. 3 is great. More than likely, your opponent will always get rid of this, which is cool. It just sucks with the bottom decking because you can't search, and now it's like a -1. That's why I do play the 3. I don't want to rely on it. So when I do play it, I usually just play it off a hand. If it's like red, purple law, anything that can bottom deck, I'm just going to play it from hand. If it's, I'm not going to trigger it because that discarding, it hurts bad. But 3 is good. And last but not least, 3 pudding. Yeah, I know. It's a big mom deck, I know. But nah, 3 pudding, that's where it's at. And that's where it's going to be. Now, I believe that same concept, you need to trigger. And when it comes to pudding or the 7 mom or 10 mom or Gadatsu or even Hiyori and Flampe, like they don't trigger. So it really sucks when you do get them off of life. So I think 3 is a perfect ratio. Again, guys, I went 4 and almost 5, but I went 4 and 1. And I beat 3 Rob Lucci's and I beat 1 Anel and I lost to an Anel. And the only reason why I lost to Anel is because that stupid rush ace. Anyway, that's the deck profile, guys. I would really like your comments. What do you think about this build versus the other one? What do you think about this deck in general? Do you think it even has a chance? I am a Big Mom player. I will always stay with Big Mom. Like when OP08 comes out, I'm going pudding. and it's over. I'm winning every tournament. As soon as pudding comes out, it's over. So just understand, like right now we just having fun, but with this, and I'm already doing damage with this. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. This is Frost, my deck profile, and I'm out.